So my guest today is a nurse all the way from Australia. Her name is Jerome. So she aspires to become financially independent and to achieve time freedom, location freedom, and a work optional lifestyle by living off of passive income. So she is on the road to pursue FIRE, which is financially independent and retire early. She's going to be financially independent within the next 5 years. Her short-term goal is to invest aggressively in index funds to hit Coast FIRE. If you don't know what that is, you should look it up. It's very doable, I think, for a lot of nurses. And her mantra is building wealth on a nurse income. Things I would like to share about what she's accomplished are that she has brought in a 6-figure income in her first year as a registered nurse. And she also hit $100,000 net worth in 17 months from zero, which I think is really, really impressive. So this is time for the disclaimer. I am not a tax specialist. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a CFP, CPA, any of those things. Everything that Jerome and I discuss in the interview, it's all educational and it's all our opinion. So don't sue us because we said something. That's all. Enjoy the video.
Hi, my name is Sarah Lee. I'm from Korea, but I'm currently practicing nursing in Australia. I have 2 years of experience as a nurse, and I'm currently working in a medical ward, as well as working as an agency nurse at the aged care facilities. And I also go to like a cashier work at the hospital as well. I like the variety of the different types of work. Yeah, I get exposure to the different areas. I see different people every day, like make different friends. Yeah, I'm enjoying it actually.
In this process, you started an Instagram page about building your net worth on a nurse's salary. So can you tell us a little bit more about your Instagram page?
Oh, yes. So I graduated at the end of year 2019. And when I checked my bank account, it has zero balance in it. I actually have to ask my mom to lend me money so I can continue my course, and which eventually led me my first nursing job. Hit the brick wall, feel like I haven't achieved anything even after like I endeavor all this effort and time, and this nursing degree didn't guarantee me a job. So I have to think about it, like what I need to do. And it's the money problem was really gave me a hard time. So that's how I started. So it's been 2 years since I've been very conscious about my spending habits, budgeting, and learning to invest into share market.
How do you define financial wellness, and why do you think it's so important for nurses?
I believe financial wellness for nurses are very important because you choose this career path. It's a long run. So the moment when I realized it is important for me to learn about finance and have good finance habit is that nurses work in a very nurses sometimes exposed to a very stressful situation in both mentally and physically. And then I've seen many of my friends got injured. They get back injuries, knee injuries, and sometimes it's hard to see them not able to have a career break because they're paying off mortgage, they have children, parents to support. And I've started my career quite late, and I didn't also like, I wanted to find a way to be more, how do you say?
Comfortable, happy.
Yeah, be more comfortable, not to be tied up with a job because of I have to pay the bill. Yeah, so I would like to do anything to avoid this situation. Yeah. I don't want to sound so depressing.
No, that's okay. It's reality, right? It's reality.
It's
And
reality.
when you feel financially well, you have options, right? So
Yeah,
that's exactly what you're talking about.
So I would like to achieve the time freedom and location freedom, because as a nurse, you can travel freely.
The next question I want to ask you is, what obstacles do nurses face when they're trying to improve their financial wellness, and how do you think they can overcome those obstacles?
Yes. First thing is language barrier and the confidence. So what gave me confidence is I met a clinical facilitator who told me your language is perfect. Don't be discouraged by making mistakes, because everyone understands you. English is your second language. And the only thing you need to do is really caring about patients. Think about what you can do best about them, not about the language problem. I want to remind myself and other future nurses want to practice overseas, like, this is not a matter. Like, you care about your patient, you know what you're doing, that's all that matters. And that doesn't set a barrier for you to expand what you want to do and to increase income. What I learned through this financial journey, I learned to improve my negotiation skills. Negotiations. Second is ask for what you want. Be more assertive for yourself. And third one, just don't feel afraid of being disliked altogether. If you want, if you know what you want to achieve, and you know whom you need to channel this to, whom you need to find the right person to speak with, will help you accelerate your income. Perfect. And how to promote yourself too. Be shameless.
Yes, exactly. Brag about yourself, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to add on as tips or advice to nurses on how they can grow their money?
Build a resume slowly, so you can get to the stage where I can choose where I want to go.
It's like you're really investing in yourself and investing in your skills so that you can just keep progressing and keep making yourself competitive in that job market. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Awesome. Great. I want to ask you is, what can nurses start doing today after they watch this interview to improve their financial wellness?
Well, I've got 2 books to recommend. The first book I really recommend everyone to read is Quit Like a Millionaire. I forgot the name of the authors. And the second book is this one I just finished reading.
Okay, so the last thing that I want to talk about is where nurses or anybody listening can find you and can follow your journey and learn more about you.
Yes, so if you are into FIRE journey, you can find me on Instagram. It's called dough.finance. Dough stands for Daily Dose of Wealth. And I've been running this for 2 years. It's quite personal. Instead of sharing general information, I like to share my personal experience and building my wealth on a nurse income. So if you are especially working in Australia or who are planning to move to Australia, thank you so much for this opportunity, April. It takes a lot of time. More focus on agency work because that's where the money is. Public hospital, private hospital doesn't pay you much. And then agencies work, I found that some of them are really transparent with their fees, how much they're receiving, how much % they're giving to the nurses. So for example, I work for 2 agencies which send me to the same facilities, but one pays me $10 less than the other one.
That is crazy.
That is crazy. That I found out through my experience. I apply them all, find out why you're not paying this much, why are you paying this much? Yeah, so there's a huge gap. So if you do the same type of work but get $10 less paid, you need to find out why.
That is crazy.
Yeah, that's what I can offer from my experience.
Yeah, and the one thing I want to add on to that is how important it is to talk to other nurses, right? Because I've been in situations where, you know, other nurses want to not discuss their salary or their hourly rate just to be modest and to not make other people uncomfortable. But I think for me personally, I think it's important to share that information so that other nurses can use that as leverage to negotiate better pay, right?
Yeah.
So I think talking about money in general is just so important. And if we can do that with our coworkers, I think we're just going to help each other, you know, make more money. But $10, that's crazy.
Per
That's a lot of
hour.
money.
And what's really upsets me, this first agency that I worked with, they sent me to COVID ward, and they're receiving extra 25% loading from the facility, but they're not paying to the nurses who's working in. They're actually getting charged much more than what we thought.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it's outrageous actually.
We can have a whole other conversation about how healthcare in general in the US and Australia needs to make a lot of changes. All right, so thank you so much for watching the video and for making it all the way to the end. If you found any value in this video, please subscribe, and we will keep talking and keep growing about finance and money together as a strong community of nurses supporting each other. If you want to listen to the next episode, I will be interviewing Eileen, who is a nurse from Seattle, and she actually is writing a book all about financial wellness. So if you are interested in that video, just subscribe and you will be in the loop. Bye.